Alright, now that we've created our images and we've opened up our JASK animation shop, we'll now use the wizard up here to create an animation. And this wizard is pretty neat because it'll allow us to load up our images and just follow the directions on the wizard. This is asking us what size is our animation. Well, we want it to be the size of whatever the first frame is because ours are all the same. So we'll click next. And we want to know what is the canvas color of our animation. Well, we already have a canvas color. We don't have any transparency built into our images, so we can choose opaque or transparent. It wouldn't matter in this case. This is how to align everything. We'll take the default for this. And do we want it to repeat? Sure, we want it to repeat, or we could tell it to play a specific number of times and then stop. We'll repeat. Now this is important. This is how fast your animation will go. And we'll stick with 12 1,000ths of a second. If we need to, we can go back and we can make that larger. The larger the number, the slower the animation will be, and the smaller the number, the faster it will be. So we'll stick right around 13, 14. Here's where we start to add our images. Now we add image and select our folder. Now as we can see here, we have all our images, and we can select them one at a time, or we could do a neat little tip that I have for you here. And that's it. If I select the last image, use my shift key and select the first image, notice what it did. It put them all in order. Image 1, image 2, image 3, image 4, so on and so forth. I'll select open, and notice that it loads up all the images. Now if you find out that you have one out of order, you can move it up or down in the sequence. So you can arrange them. You can at this time add or remove a particular image if you need to. Let's just click next and then finish our animation. Now we see here in all the frames, there's all of our animation frames, and we can go up to view and view animation to see what it looks like. If you're happy with that, then what you can do is save the file. Now if we save, the first thing we want to do is let's save it into our animation folder. We want to save it as an MNG file. Now why do we want to do that? The MNG file will have all of our individual frames. It's like our project file for the animation shop. You always want to save it as an MNG file in case you want to work on it or change things later. But if we want to use this file on a website or in our PowerPoint presentations, we need to save this file as a compatible file for those programs. And that would be to save as the GIF format. And this will allow us to use this GIF. This will be an animation. And you should always put animation or at least the word anim in the name, and that will help distinguish this GIF file from non-animated GIF files. And it's just a convention that we use, and it helps keep track. Save that, and it'll allow. This is some type of qualifier here. It'll allow us to optimize our GIF file. We'll choose better image quality. It'll go through and it'll optimize it. It'll show you. And this gives you some statistics as to how large the file is, the approximate load times for if you inserted this or embedded this file on a web page. And then we'll finish. And now you've made your first animated GIF file.